going for a walk.
Here's my Gator 1 card. Here's the index card. This is my audience. If everyone could please wave to the camera. Imagine that you want to go to a restaurant with friends. You get there and find out that the only way into the restaurant is by going up a flight of stairs, something that you, as a wheelchair user, are unable to do. Your friends offer to carry you up the stairs, but even if they could get you up the stairs, they are unable to carry the power wheelchair that you rely on for independence. According to Sunrise Medical, your power chair weighs around 366 pounds. The only way for you to enjoy the food that you want is to get carry out. This may sound like an implausible situation, but it's a reality for people with disabilities. According to ADA.gov, accessible entrances to restaurants are not required. They're just required for you to have a way to enjoy the food they provide. Today, I'm going to persuade you that the ADA laws should be replaced by a principle called universal design. As someone who has cerebral palsy and uses assistive devices to get around, I have seen how restrictive the ADA laws can be. And even though disability may seem far away from you, the Social Security Administration has found that 1 in 4 20-year-olds will become disabled before age 67. Disability is not as far away as you may think. Today, we're going to cover 3 things: why the ADA laws are inadequate, why universal design is a good solution, and how the future can be changed for people with disabilities by using universal design. Let's take a look at the ADA laws. According to ADATA.org, the American with Disability Act aims to prohibit discrimination against people with disabilities in all areas of public life. The problem? This isn't actually the case. The same article has found that buildings must be retrofitted only if it's inexpensive for that company to do so. And design expert Bess Williamson has also found that the ADA only allows for minimum access with people with disabilities. The picture in this slide is an example of an ADA accessible bathroom on the campus at the University of Florida. When I tried to go in it with my power wheelchair, I was unable to turn around all the way, and I couldn't fit inside the stall. When I tried to wash my hands at the sink, by the time I was done, I couldn't reach the soap dispenser either. And in those situations where something as simple as using the restroom is so difficult, I feel like I'm defined by my limitations. However, this doesn't have to be the case. The solution I propose to these barriers is something called universal design. Universal design expert Victoria Langtian describes universal design as the application of innovative strategies to promote usable spaces for all people. And it's different from the current ADA laws because unlike the ADA laws, which focus mainly on mobility limitations, universal design encompasses things for mental health awareness and people who are visually impaired. So some examples of this are curb cuts and ramps, closed captioning on videos, and walk-in showers. This is an example of a universally designed bathroom where you can see there's much more space. However, there are some barriers to universal design. Langtian cites awareness as one problem. However, she says that legislation similar to the ADA laws could help fix this. Now, I want you to imagine something else. A 17-year-old girl is looking to go to college. She has everything that she needs to get into her dream school. She's got the ACT scores, she has the GPA, she has the letters of recommendation, and the extracurricular activities. But there's one thing stopping her: accessibility. Her dream school and every other college she has looked at does not have the accommodations that she needs. So she's forced to take classes at home and learn online in the comfort of her own living room. Now, let's think about something else. A dorm where doors can be opened at the tap of a finger. A dorm where when you walk into the room, the lights and the shades are all controlled by a tablet, and the bathroom is open so she can use it on her own. This is what the future could look like if universal design was widely implemented across the country. Currently, there are 2 dorms with these kinds of accommodations, and one is here at the University of Florida. My friend Drew, who has lived in Cyprus for 2 years, used to have to get in and out of a bathtub headfirst in order to bathe. Now, thanks to Cyprus, he's able to be more independent, and that has changed his life dramatically. So, to recap, the ADA laws do not provide the accessibility that is needed for people with disabilities. It's only the minimum. Universal design encompasses more than just mobility limitations. It's there for the visually impaired and mental health awareness as well, which helps all people who have different varying abilities. And by expanding things like Cypress Hall and having that available across the country, doors are open for people with disabilities, which means that for them, the stars are the limit. This is important to me because, like I've said, I have cerebral palsy and I've experienced different barriers with the ADA laws. And like they say here at the University of Florida, things may be difficult now, but the future is accessible. Thank you. I will now open up the floor to questions.
I have a question.
Okay.
So have you had experiences with universal design, and how did those work out?
So yeah, I've experienced universal design here at UF in my dorm here at Cyprus. I also live here, and it's like with Drew has just made me so much more independent. I'm able to, get in and out of bed on my own because it's lower, and I can open doors because all I have to do is push a button, and so it just makes me feel much more independent. Anyone else?
What about cafeterias and things like that? Have you experienced both in that, the ADA and the universal?
Not as much, because even though universal design is widespread across Florida's campus, they don't have the bang bars and things in the dining halls here. So really all I've experienced is just the ADA laws, and there still are some boundaries with that. Like sometimes, it's harder to push a button if I'm standing in my walker as opposed to being in my wheelchair, because the bang bars like you see in this picture in universal design are longer, so I can just tap it with my foot if I'm in my walker and I don't have to let go of the handles.
And have you experienced the failings of the ADA system, like trying to get to class or moving around campus?
Yes, just because like I was saying, like when I'm in my walker, I can't really like let go and push a button. So sometimes I'll be stuck at a door and not be able to get in because I can't let go. Whereas if they had those longer bang bars everywhere around campus, I would be able to just tap it with the wheel of my walker or with my foot and be able to get in. Thank you guys so much.